world moves fast. Your workday? Even faster. Pitching products, drafting reports, analyzing data. Microsoft 365 Copilot is your AI assistant for work. Built into Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and other Microsoft 365 apps you use. Helping you quickly write, analyze, create, and summarize. So you can cut through clutter and clear a path to your best work. Learn more at Microsoft.com/M365 Copilot.
J. Cole, who the fuck is you? Let's talk about it. How y'all doing? Welcome to Let's Talk About It, Music Reviews Season 12. How y'all doing? Welcome to the show. Guys, we got a pretty good episode for you today. That J. fucking Cole, has finally dropped his album, The Fall Off. This album's been in the works for, man, this album's been hyped up since I was a little fucking kid, bro. Like, this is like 10 fucking years in the goddamn making. And goddamn, it's finally out. I'm very excited. I thought, for our first little review, I might as well just, choose a random track off the album. I thought about I could do an intro track, I could do this, I could do that. But, I said, fuck it, let's just choose a random one, let's go from that. Now, when I usually pick a random track off the album, kind of just do a review of it, that can mean a lot of things. That can mean, hey, the album's going to be really fucking good, really good quality. And then it could be mean, I could love this track, and then I go onto the album, I had a bad time. Or I don't like this track, and, maybe the album is a really good time. Let's do this shit for a good old Thursday fucking night. Let's start off talking about this damn song, J. Cole, Who the Fuck Is You? Let's start off with the beat. I really enjoy this beat. I like how the beat kind of starts out, really chill. It's kind of just that piano, kind of boom bap rap sound. There's nothing really keeping it apart. There's really nothing going like, holy shit, I hope I really like it, I think this shit just kind of gets the job done. I think what really sets this beat really off with this kind of boom bap sound is when you have those background vocals. You actually got some really nice background vocals that back out the fucking sound, make the hook a little bit more engaging to listen to. So I overall really do enjoy what I'm hearing from the hook. Now, the beat is kind of just, whatever, until we get to the beat switch. And I just want to talk about the beat switch because, man, this beat switch was fucking beautiful. I like how the drums are kind of have this, like, kind of reminds me of that kind of old school kind of rap sound. But, it's kind of got a spin of some new shit because, these drums have a trap vibe to them. But also has those nice-ass trumpets, those nice-ass sounds in the background that just go fucking crazy. And overall, I'm really enjoying what I'm hearing from this, what I'm hearing from the fucking beats. And I really like this beat switch. I think the way the drums switch up, I think the way the trumpet sounds, it makes the fucking whole vibe actually, lift it up. I think, this song does kind of suffer, kind of taking the, melancholy kind of sounding route. But this is kind of, breaking that monotonous, really fucking, getting the beat fucking active, really fucking hearing, this beat right here. I kind of wish I would have got more of this beat. I really like the beat switch, but I wish the beat switch was more of the fucking song. Like, that's how good the beat gets when it, when we get to that point of the song. Now, let's move on, though, and let's get into J. Cole's first verse. I think the first verse from J. Cole's really fucking nice. I think the rapping really hits. The flow on the rapping, too, is just, off the goddamn charts. And I really do appreciate what I'm hearing from J. Cole here. I like how he's just kind of just flowing, really fucking doing his thing here, really just adding to the goddamn vibe. So I really do enjoy that. Then we get this hook, and I will say, this is the typical rapper fucking hook. I like how J. Cole sounds, but I will say, we are kind of just, doing the classic, say a phrase, repeat the phrase, maybe add some background vocals to really set it fucking apart. But it's just kind of the same shit, just the same fucking shit. Let me say the same phrase. Let me just loop it over and over and over again. And hey, that hook can be fire when it's done pretty fire. But I'm not going to lie, when you got J. Cole kind of half sleepily doing it, it does get a little bit old kind of quick. So I will say that. But then we get this second verse and we get this beat switch up and we kind of get this vibe switch. This vibe is kind of chill, kind of, kind of retrospective, kind of just talking his shit, doing his fucking thing on here, which I do like. And then we get that beat switch. And I think that beat switch is just absolutely fucking fantastic, with those trumpets. But then we get the rapping. J. Cole, starts fucking flowing on this fucking beat. And when you got a funky ass beat like this that, you know, is just carrying the fucking vibe, really fucking doing its thing, and you got J. Cole here just rapping his fucking ass off with these damn flows, it's like, whoa, that shit's fucking fire. Like, you know, when a rapper can actually, like, flow on a beat, and, you know, it's crazy to say this, but a lot of rappers in today's, you know, world, you know, there'll be these fire-ass beats. You know, these samples that just sound so fucking clean, so fucking fire, like, holy shit. And then the rapper starts rapping on it. I'm just kind of like, damn, this shit does not sound that good. I wish he would have rapped just a tad bit a little better here. Never doubt J. Cole. J. Cole's going to come on this beat switch, and he's going to just start flowing his fucking ass off. You know, going fucking insane. So that final verse from J. Cole is like one of my favorite verses off this fucking song. And then I really like that beat switch. I think so far this is my favorite fucking beat switch off this whole entire fucking album, which is really fucking cool to say. And I'm going to have to say this, the hook at the end. This is how you bring one of these rap hooks to fucking life. You know, when you have a rap hook that actually, you know, has the bounce of the beat, has the bounce of the 808s, the bounce of the fucking drums, all the little, like, you know, instruments that are fucking doing its thing on here. Then you also have those background vocals really backing it out. Now you got J. Cole kind of upping his vocals too, just really adding to the fucking vibe. I'm just like, damn. That is how you fucking do it right here. That's how you make a beat switch really feel like a fucking beat switch. The beat didn't just switch up. The whole vibe of the song, the whole flow of the song, the whole energy of the song completely fucking switched up. So overall, when we talk about J. Cole, who the fuck is you? You know, that beginning's a little slow to get into, you know, but I do like the beginning. I love that boom bap rap sound. Really love the beginning verses here. The flows were really off the fucking charts. But that beat switch, that flow switch just really set that song, you know. It went from, all right, you know, this is a pretty respectful, nice J. Cole song to, holy shit, this is a fucking fire-ass song. So overall, I'm easily going to give this song a fucking, I'm easily going to give it a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10, guys. What y'all think about it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I don't know. Let me know. If you're on YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, wherever you get your podcast at, make sure you follow, turn on notifications, guys. We're dropping new content every single day. And thank you for listening to this podcast episode. It means a lot to me, guys. Thank you so much. And get ready, guys. We got more J. Cole coverage coming. You know, we're going to have a lot more J. Cole reviews. We're also going to be doing an album review. We got a lot of J. Cole to talk about this weekend and week. I can't fucking wait. And I'll see you later. Have a good one. Yeah, guys. Bye.